Good evening. Since we last talked, our state leaders have failed to pass a balanced budget, which has now grown to $26.3 billion, according to an article by Jim Christie, reporter for Reuters, July 1st, 2009, which is an increase of $2 billion. In 1960, the Master Plan for California's higher education was created. This was designed to educate the baby boomers who would soon be graduating high school. The idea was to give them post-secondary education for free or very low cost. The three-tiered system, which was set up with University of California, California State University, and California Community College. This system was once the gold standard for the entire nation. Current times are demanding change to California's higher education system, which has stood for almost 50 years. First, the system faces funding and financial aid reductions. Second, fewer students will be able to afford or get accepted into college, and overall quality is in jeopardy. Third, we should work together to make California's education function for students in the community. California's colleges and universities face many problems. We will start by talking about two of them. The biggest problems facing our education systems are funding the yearly budget. The three primary systems for California's higher education are facing $1.4 billion in possible cuts. According to UC President Mark Udoff in a letter on January 1st, 2009, in near term, unfortunately, the utter severity of the cuts proposed leaves us only difficult options to consider. During an interview, Tom Wixon, Public Relations Director for College of the Desert, stated to Channel 3 News, June 22nd, 2009, for COD, the new cuts total $4 million on top of the $700,000 already taken earlier this year. Those are a lot of cuts for a large system. Simo Metha and Gail Holland, reporters for Los Angeles Times, June 2nd, 2009, wrote that the governor has also proposed phasing out Cal Grants, which would save $1.73 million for 2009-2010 and $450 million for 2010-2011. The budget cuts will cause problems in how we receive our education, and fewer students will be able to afford college and get accepted into the system. The quality will be changed. According to Gail Holland, reporter for Los Angeles Times, May 29, 2009, grants awarded to 118,000 freshmen starting college in the fall would be canceled, as well as hikes in 82,255 continuing award promised when the University of California and California State Universities raised fees this month by 10% and 9.3% respectively. College applications for new students, transfers, both are going to face a system that cannot handle the demand. Wixon also stated it's going to be very difficult to get into community colleges. Students will get turned away. They won't be able to get in. The economy is also adding to this, the loss of jobs and having people return back to colleges to find new solutions for future jobs. The quality of education we all receive will also be changed. More students will be packed into classrooms, making for a tighter situation. Staff and teachers' futures are undetermined with increased workloads and heavier stresses. Students will complete their education still. We just have to find new ways to accomplish our goals. We should all work together to make California's higher education work at the best possible level, benefiting students in our communities. According to the Obama administration press release, June 24, 2009, the administration announced that it will simplify the free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, in an effort to increase college enrollment among low and middle income students. According to numbers from Chancellor Charles B. Reed, Transcript Media teleconference May 5th, 2009, funding for California State University is still better than most. It's at a ratio of 25 to 75, the state's paying 75% of total cost of education. Pennsylvania, on the other hand, is 50-50, and Virginia is 80-20. So we still have very good opportunities. And always look for new solutions to paying for college. There's just new opportunities coming up. In a recent article by Josh Keller, reporter for the Chronicle of Higher Education, June 15, 2009, about 25% of CCC students succeed in completing a degree or transferring to a university within 6 years. It's not very good. where we should write our policymakers to make enrollment have a requirement for graduating ending date and setting a limit on how many classes students can drop. This is actually a very good website if you guys would like to write it down. It gives you all the information you ever want about our college system. It's cpdc.ca.gov. It has links on it, including the FAFSA. It also has a link to every one of the systems that's in. Right, there's the University of California, California State University, and California Community Colleges. You can get on to any one of them, and there's links to the Chancellor's Office or the President for the University of California where you guys can write them. Supporting fee increases is something no student wants, but we should help fund a program we can all be proud of. Other options that we have too is we can support alumni programs to help pull in greater donations from past students. We can also find ways for corporate sponsors to our colleges. Transition. We will now quickly review possible solutions to budget problems of California's higher education. We can see that college in California will be changing in the next few years. It will take hard work to find new ways for us to pay for tuition, to get loans to continue college. Providing education to those who want to graduate is going to be key for all of us to meet our goals. Understanding the need for fee increases and coming up with new forms of generating donations and sponsors will help fund our wonderful college system. Major changes to California's higher education will take place to ensure the survival of the system. By working together, we can meet these changes head on to make the system stronger. We should all let the leaders of the education system know they have our support and want them to make the changes for the system to move ahead. Thank you.